So last time we were talking, I was explaining this book as being representation of the Old Covenant age. Mm-hmm. And I talked about that period between the garden through Moses up to the cross was the Old Covenant. And so we talked about the Jewish people. And so, one of the things that was going on was the Jewish people just kept saying, well, we can keep the law. Mm-hmm. And Christ, he just kept on dumping more laws on them. Mm-hmm. Every time they said they could do it, he threw some more at them. I mean, the guy was making up laws. Mm-hmm. Okay? I mean, a law's a law. Mm-hmm. Okay? People say, well, it's the 10 Commandments. Well, a law's a law. It's a rule. It's a rule of conduct. Mm-hmm. It's the thing that says you ought to do this, you ought not to do that. That's the law. Mm-hmm. And so that's what he's doing. He was making laws up. He was throwing laws back at him until the end of the context was, well, you're going to have to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Think you can do that? Maybe not. Right? So that's what he was trying to say to the Jewish people. And then, so he was talking about the new covenant. And so what happened to the Gentiles? Well, what did the Gentiles do? Well, they went off and emulated what they saw, right? Well, we're going to go build the New Testament church. Mm-hmm. Well, here's a news flash. Mm-hmm. The New Testament church didn't get it. Mm-hmm. They should call it the church of the church that doesn't get it. Yeah. See what I mean? Well, what do I know? Well, we're back in here talking about unrighteousness.
Mm-hmm. The Old Covenant. New Testament is not the New Covenant. The New Testament is part of the Old Covenant.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they didn't get it. Mm-hmm. So what are we doing today? Well, we're building the New Testament church. Yeah. If you go out there, what are they going to say to you? Well, we go to a New Testament church. So if you listen to the message in the New Testament church in 2019, what are you getting? Why? Well, what are we talking about? Sin, unrighteousness, behavior, mm-hmm. the devil, hell.
Which means Christ didn't do his job.
They didn't get it.
If
they didn't get it.
Right.
And so this whole book right here, this book, is man saying, I can do it, and God saying, no, you can't. Mm-hmm. That was the whole point of the law. He was just saying, hey, guess what? You can't do it. I know you want to do it. I know you're trying to do it. I know you're good people, but hey, guess what? You can't do it, so guess what? I'm gonna. Yeah. And all he's saying is believe in me. It's that simple. It's really, I get, maybe that's too simple. That's the problem. Maybe that's
believe
the problem.
In me, right?
It's too simple, right?
Oh man, it's simple, and it lifts the biggest burden. And that's the gift. Like we just chatted about how when people win lotteries or they get some large supply, they don't feel worthy and they just blow it away. Like this is literally the gift that takes away all the burden, takes away all the sin, takes away all the judgment. And it's in there. But people are still focused on, I have to be perfect, which overcomplicates. I mean, that's a big load to carry.
Well, you're still believing in self.
Mm-hmm. Believing
that
in
you're
self.
the power source.
When we plug into the main power source of God, now we recognize we're one. We're part. God is in us. We're one, and God's will flows through us.
Well, that's a pretty big load. I mean, that's where all the anxiety comes from. We're walking around believing we're an independent self with our own will and our own power. Mm-hmm. So we got to make it happen. Mm-hmm. So it's tough on us. And what did he say? Well, I came and died to abolish death and bring forth life. And so we've got it all. We're not lacking anything. Mm-hmm. And so me, looking at my flesh, I would say, well, yeah. I'm the chief of sinners, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to go back in the back and just beat the hell out of myself. right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the good news. That's what we're talking about. What we're saying is that we're talking about coming to know God, not coming to know program.
Right.
Not coming to be a better Christian, or whatever that is, right? Be a better whatever I'm practicing.